Would you like to play a game?
Sergeant Sacker, listen to me. We've traced the call. It's coming from inside the house.
The caller is in the house.
The calls are coming from the house.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Now stay on the line.
Hey CJ, love the way I lose my inhibitions when you spin. And I don't care, people stare. I'd rather boogie than try to fit in. Oh, don't be jealous of my boogie. Jealous of my boogie. You can say that you are not, but I always hear you looking. Don't be jealous. Don't be. Don't be so jealous of my boogie. Stand the money, don't make no money. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Stand Online, a horror genre podcast where we talk about something horror genre related mostly every single week. Sometimes it gets busy, and also the holidays. That was a thing.
Yes.
I am Terrah Card.
I'm Sunny Daze.
And we're here. We're doing a movie.
Hey.
And girl, we were shook. We were shook. Sunny, how have you been?
I've been good. Full blessed. I got a coat for Christmas. I've been using it.
Don't you have it with you?
No, that's a different one.
Oh, okay.
I bought that.
Nice,
I bought that for me.
Okay.
The blue one I wear?
I like brown as a color to wear.
I do too.
I need to get more brown clothes.
It's cute and beige, like beige and brown put together. Really nice. But how was yours? You spent it mostly with me.
What, holidays or just how it been? Holidays, yeah, I spent it with Sunny. Girl, I've had Chinese food at this new place. Shout out to New Hong Kong House in Pensacola, Florida.
It's so good.
If y'all want to have a drag show, please let me know.
It's a cute venue.
Like, it's good. Like, the food is good. It's like traditional Chinese sit down where like you have like a big platter for the whole table, which I like that. Where I used to live, when I lived in Japan, we used to eat at a Chinese place called Numiyaki's. It closed down. It was like childhood restaurant. We went there for every special occasion. We were there for the holidays, birthdays. We always went there, and it closed down. Shout out to Numiyaki's. And it kind of reminds me of that, so...
Another thing I'm scared of is those vases that are displayed on the wall.
Vases?
Vases. Vase.
Oh, vases.
Vases.
Vase.
The vases.
The vases. That's more like glass. Vasos.
I would not want to sit next to them because I feel like I would go like this.
We were yesterday.
Well, you saw how far away from
Bitch,
them
we had a big ass booth. First of all, I know they just opened, technically, but... my booth was like concaved in, like my ass was hurting, so
it springed.
No, mine wasn't. Mine wasn't. That's why I was like, girl, like, aren't these new? It was like just some heavy ass bitches, not the body shame, but maybe because that booth could fit probably 10 people.
Yeah, it was
like
BBO
really
squad.
close. BBO squad came and fucked my side up. So bitch, I felt like I was sinking in the back because I'm looking at it and I'm like, girl, I could just feel the wood beam. I could feel the wood.
But you got ass, so you got a cushion.
It just still hurts, and it still hurts. We still have our microphone right here on a chair, so if you love to support the podcast, we can finally get a table right here to put the microphone in, and hopefully have both of our own mics.
That'd be lovely.
That would be lovely. That's like next goal for the podcast. I also need to get better at promoting my own podcast. Y'all, it's just kind of hard. Like, when you're done, like, filming and editing everything, Sunny don't do nothing but show up, which is good. Sometimes she doesn't.
Hey, once.
It's hard to like do all that and then be like, I guess I have to promote it on everything while you're a drag entertainer, trying to sew everything. It's just kind of
trying to advertise your drag with your podcast. It's
and I barely advertise my drag, so.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Sunny?
Today we're talking about the 2021 movie Shook.
Shook, available on Shudder. If you have Amazon Prime, I think a specific Amazon Prime subscription, you can watch it through.
Is it specific?
Yeah.
They have different tiers?
I believe so.
God, I didn't know that.
I think I just got the standard one because, like, mama, it's a lot of money for me.
I will say, Amazon does have a lot of Shudder originals on there.
It does. But I think it's with the specific subscription where you can watch AMC. Shudder is technically a branch of AMC. Monopoly. Guys, it's a monopoly.
They're trying to get that money.
You know, like how Disney and fucking all
Has
these
everything.
other things. Yeah.
Everything.
National Geographic.
Has everything else.
What else? Marvel, Star Wars.
No, that's all part of Disney now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Oh, okay,
all
okay.
under one. National Geographic is
I
under
understand
Disney.
now.
We're
Yeah.
not here to talk about monopolies. However, if they do want to give us money, we will take that. We're talking about Shook.
Shook. It was directed and written partly by Jennifer Harrington, and then the other writer is Alicia Glidewell.
And Jennifer, she directed it.
Mm-hmm, fully.
Okay. Yeah.
And then co-wrote it.
So women,
In STEM.
sometimes women's rights can also lead to
No,
women's wrongs.
You should never pause. Sometimes women's rights.
Can lead to women's
Women's
wrongs. But that is okay. It's all about experience. I support women's rights and women's wrongs. So this is an instance, but I still kind of enjoyed this movie.
It took a second for me to get into it.
It's one. If we didn't have Nicole, the character, I don't think I would have liked this movie that much.
No.
Nicole kind of was like the
The saving grace.
Okay,
So,
who else is in this movie?
So the main character is Mia, played by Daisy Tudor.
Shout out to her. She doesn't even have a photo
Nope.
on IMDb.
And then Emily Goss is Nicole, the other sister.
Loved her.
Great.
She needs to be in more things.
Nicola Pelsener is Lainey, a bitch.
I want to know where she's from.
I don't.
Which white people say that. Where are you from? But like, cause she switched up accents in this, so.
We'll get to that.
But maybe she's got Roman in her. Roman.
Stephanie Simbari is Jade, another part of the friend group.
The
who's
Fang.
a bitch.
Really? Is she? Because I barely know her at all. I don't even remember what
She
her
went
things
along
look
with the
like.
plot, so
Yeah.
bitch. And Octavius Johnson is Santi, which is Mia's boyfriend / other part of the friend group. Also a little bitch.
Oh. Are you going to give us a...
That's all I need.
Okay. You don't have any questions on anything? You don't need... Did you take any notes?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, one of us is prepared. If you give me more art, I will put it here. Really, I do have the art to fill up this. I just don't have the frames. Because that costs what?
Money!
Exactly.
Dinero.
I feel like I've just said how much I'm broke on this podcast. But
Euros and pesos.
it is hard out here in this
For a pimp.
economy. Oh.
Oh.
So what? Give us a non-spoiler synopsis of this movie.
Okay, let's see. Girl knows someone that dies with a dog. There's a dog killer out there.
I feel
babysits her sister's dog.
Wait.
Yep.
Did they kill the dog too?
No. You didn't listen to the news report in the beginning, and I will explain that later. Taking care of this sister's dog while she's away in San Diego. Things happen in this house. She thinks the killer might be in the house. We find out.
Wait, don't give out the whole movie.
No.
No, just a synopsis.
I know.
Like
Let
in
me
the trailer.
finish my synopsis, and then you can interrupt me or edit it out if you don't
No,
like
that's
it.
explaining like the whole movie.
She finds out things happen, and there's a plot twist, and it finishes out. That's all I was gonna say.
Not a synopsis of the whole movie.
A synopsis is a rendered down version of the whole movie.
No. That's more like a summary.
See, last time when I corrected her, she edited it all out of me correcting
Oh, so
her.
you listen to the podcast?
Yeah, anecdotes. You took that whole thing out. I listened, I saw, and I was like, this bitch does not like to be wrong.
And I'm going to edit it.
A brief summary or general survey of something.
Okay, a survey is not...
A summary is of the whole thing.
A brief...
the whole thing.
It literally just said
A
brief.
brief summary. 3 sentences is not brief?
That wasn't 3 sentences. You said... Bitch, you're one of the bitches that had like a paragraph that was 1 sentence, and the teacher would be like, okay, well, this is where you place a comma and a period.
An outline of the plot of a book, play, movie, or episode of a television show.
Okay, the outline of a plot, not the entire...
The outline.
But not the entire
Which is
thing.
of the entire thing. You don't just go, oh, I'm going to tell you the first part.
Yeah, that's how it
No.
goes. That's how trailers work.
That's a trailer, not a synopsis.
Because we haven't given a spoiler alert for the movie.
Have I given a spoiler?
Okay, now, Sunny, give us a non-spoiler synopsis of this movie. That way, if someone who really wants to watch the 2021 movie called Shook, what could they expect to see?
Girl goes to a house, things happen.
There we go. So, Sunny, we're going to go into spoilers.
Bitch.
We're gonna go into spoilers about this movie, so watch it. Would you recommend this movie?
No, not anymore. You irritated me.
Really?
No, I would recommend this. It's pretty good.
Well,
I would give like
not pretty.
It was pretty good.
It was sufficient.
It was.
Watch it with friends. Don't watch it by yourself. You will be bored watching it by yourself.
I would like prelude it with like just get past the beginning, and you'll like it.
Get past like an hour.
Yeah.
Get past an hour.
Just know you're gonna be frustrated.
Jennifer, if you're watching this, like,
I'm sorry,
so sorry. But you made a movie.
Yeah.
We did not make a movie. And you know what? There are some things I like about this movie.
Yeah. It's redeemable. It's not like other movies where I'd be like, turn it off.
So damn. We will always bring that.
May.
May.
On 4 occasions, I'm like, turn it off.
It has Anna Faris in it, though.
She was the best part of it, but that's the thing.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Wow. That's how she acts. But first of all, we have a death in the beginning. I thought it was a cool way to kill someone, even though, would that work in that way? No.
No.
Like this.
The heel would have broken.
Okay. So, they had this, like, little influencer, red carpet. And I was thinking, I'm like, this is very tiny for a red carpet, and it was because they zoom out. I like that.
I think they just paid.
Yeah, I think they obviously, because people do fake stuff like that for social media all the time.
So funny.
I just wish that translated onto their actual social media pages, because it wasn't giving it gave like try hard influencer, which I wonder if that was the point.
I think it was.
I think it was the point of like someone trying so hard. Like,
it just...
Because their likes on their posts were like 80 likes,
90 likes,
40 likes, 0 comments, or it'd be like 10 comments, 0 likes. Okay. A girl from that little photo shoot thing gets pissed on by her dog.
Walks off into the bathroom to
first of all,
clean off.
Barefoot in the bathroom.
Took off her
Took off her whole outfit.
In a public bathroom. It wasn't hers. Public bathroom.
It was a public bathroom. First of all, she's air drying the hot piss on her.
No soap. That's what I noticed. No soap. She just put water on this piss stain and like dabbed it with a rag.
Heat rises, so you're like just gonna be smelling piss.
And then she took off her whole dress to dry it off under the vent, and I'm like,
I guess that would be easier, but like.
But you're in a public bathroom. If someone walks in, you're just in your underwear.
The moral of the story is always bring backup clothes for a photo shoot. I learned that.
Knowing if you have a dog.
The dog dies off
on
camera, right?
No, they don't die at all. That's
so Nicole ended up killing her, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Well, we already said spoilers.
It's a plot twist, though.
And was it?
Yeah.
I kind of like figured it out like 40 minutes in or 30 minutes in. I was like,
yeah,
Nicole's
but you watch a lot of scary movies.
I feel like it was obvious. We haven't been introduced to any other characters.
Either Helen
Keller. Shorten it to Kellen.
So they kill her with a heel through the bottom of her jaw. Into her mouth.
I like the creativity.
Yeah, but she would have been alive for a while.
Exactly. She wouldn't have just laid there unless she maybe had a heart attack.
Or like hit a vein, but that was mostly...
Yeah. I feel like maybe they should have put the heel in there and then pulled.
Yeah.
But also, would a heel even be that strong? You would have to be... Bitch, you would have to be Lightning McQueen with your arm to fucking swing that bitch in
It wasn't a stiletto.
It was like a pump.
It wasn't a pointed stiletto. It was a pump.
A little it wasn't chunky. Like, it probably was a little bit thicker than my middle finger.
I love that they put no blood on the tip of the heel.
Oh, yeah.
There was dry.
I wonder if that's digital or if they put, like, they made a step to put...
into her mouth.
Yeah. That would be creative if they did do that. That'd be fun. Well, she died.
And then her dog lived. And then if you hear the news report, I think you're distracted or something.
I did start taking notes. So
the news report, it said she's the first victim where her dog did not die.
So Nicole Nicole, the killer
has been killing a lot of dogs,
and
leaving them outside their house in like strategic places.
Shut
up. One was like hung from a rope. The other one was like nailed through her. You know the mail slots?
Sure.
So you know in old movies where there's just a slot and you push through.
Girl, first of all, speaking of mail boxes, I hardly ever look at mine.
I thought your key was broke.
Well, I switched it out and that key was working, but like I had checked that mailbox for the first time, and there was like 2 things in there, and I'm like, okay.
Girl, sweetie, honey, you need to check your mailbox.
But for what? Who's bill collectors? What are they collecting?
You don't know. It could be a pen pal.
Hell no. Bitch, if you're trying to contact me, message in a bottle situation, don't put it in my mailbox. I'm not going to get it.
So after that occurrence,
we're focused on Mia.
Mia, which is the other influencer who was at that photo shoot.
Her friend that she somehow... She
Who
didn't
does
seem that
makeup.
upset.
She didn't.
She didn't seem that upset that her friend died.
Oh, she died.
All right.
Let me make content.
Yeah.
My
But
friend-
what is the... We didn't even get a makeup video or anything.
We got her like moving her brush back and forth.
But did she record it?
Yeah.
That was like for the intro.
Yeah,
Like
that
the
was
intro.
one of her videos,
No,
though.
but I feel like...
That was one of her videos.
I feel like if you're going to name a movie title named Shook, right? And you're going to have like the whole thing is that they're social media influencers. I feel like we should be seeing them doing what they do, right? Like, I would have loved to see like a vanity of the makeup or something like that, of her doing something. She's like, if I'm going to be at my sister's house, like, I'm going to be making content here. Like, she made no content.
Where would she have had time?
She would... Girl, she was...
She keeps texting these people.
No, what do you mean she wouldn't have had time, Sunny? She literally was like walking around that place looking for her dog.
That's the point. She didn't do it well.
She would be looking for her dog, or her sister's dog.
Where I'm saying this is, she just wanders around. Also...
Doing nothing.
She has no setup in that house.
That's why I feel like she could have, like... She at least had a room with the pictures, like...
That was her room at her mom's house. She's been in school. She's been recording in her dorm.
Okay, but I still feel like...
None of her shit is over there. No, her lighting, not her camera, not anything. If she's an influencer, she has a setup.
However, as someone who has done things on the go, like... I remember when I used to make videos, I would take all my equipment with me. So...
That's you.
But if she's because she's the most followed out of all of them.
Okay, maybe she's taking a break.
Well, she wasn't.
How do you know?
Because she was clearly on the socials and still doing shit.
She was talking to her friends, and she was not on that live.
I feel like they could at least use that to fill out how nothing was happening in 60 Minutes, Sunny. And you're like, no, I feel like she should have been doing nothing.
Yeah.
No, she should have been doing something in the whole movie.
Okay, I'd be more irritated, to tell you the truth, if I saw her doing content.
Well, that's the whole point. She's not a good person.
No.
You're like, I would rather her do literally nothing in the movie.
She's supposed to be watching this dog either way. Second,
Which she wasn't
she's not
doing.
doing bad. She's doing very badly at. I'm not saying she's not. But also, if I saw her have to pause every time she heard a creak, a crack, and her friends
I don't think she would be pausing, though. We don't pause when we like do something. When you go to the bathroom or anything, we just keep going.
Yes, girl.
And she seems more like a live person, like TikTok live kind of person.
No, it's videos she has.
No, because if you see it, this is the thing that doesn't make sense. They do like a live thing, right? But then it's like 10 seconds, and then that's it. Because sometimes when you do a live, it like
it cuts off.
You can upload it.
Yeah.
So that's what they do. Which I'm like, did the person who wrote this like think of how that works?
But also, I would not want to see her on live. It would make this movie worse. I would hate that as a viewer. I know it would make sense in the context of, oh, she's an influencer. Yeah, she's supposed to be doing this. But also, if I just saw this white, blonde, blue-eyed bitch going, "Hi guys,
okay,
my friends are having a party without me.
You're not on TikTok. You're not on TikTok, bitch."
If it's on live and being like, "Hey, my friends are having a party without me, but hang out with me while I do my makeup."
I feel like that's dated too. Like, I feel like people don't necessarily hold the cameras anymore.
Terrah, then what would she be doing?
She would have a stand, is what I mean.
No,
her makeup, bitch. That's the whole reason why she's here, is that she's the most followed bitch on the makeup.
But also, where would she be going? Why would she be doing her makeup at her sister's house?
Oh my God. Bitch, drag queens do it all the time. What you talking about?
Drag queens.
Yes.
Drag queens. These influencers are planning this out. They don't just go.
But they don't go anywhere. That's the whole point, is that they're broke as fuck.
Why would this make sense?
It doesn't have to.
Yes,
that's the whole point.
Why would
you
want to see her doing this though?
Because we
movie.
need to fill the time doing something, except for sitting on the computer, getting videos played behind her because it's an editing choice, and then words flying out like it's a fucking 3D movie. I don't know why you're defending the mediocrity of this.
Because I would hate it so much more. I would hate it so much.
I think you wouldn't hate it if it was written like how this was written. Like if it was written with material, it would have been like thought out a little bit more because there's a lot of movies.
Since you're defending this, how would you insert this?
Literally,
no. Play by play. What would she be saying? How would she be doing it? Do you want setup time as well? Because she just got to that house. Do you feel
like it's going to be filmed like a live? Is that what you're thinking?
No, girl. I'm just thinking there's so many steps and processes to make this happen. Listen to me. Listen to me. No. Listen to me. She just got to her sister's house. She has none of her...
I feel like you're arguing about the dumbest shit.
Shut your face. Listen to me. Shut your face and listen. That's your New Year resolution. Shut your face and listen.
No.
Okay. Try to make it. So... if she got to her sister's house that she has not been to since her mom died, even before that, that's been a year or more because she just had a year anniversary of being dead. Give me 1 second. She's been in school. All her stuff is in her dorm to film because that's where she's been filming while she's in school. She'd have to bring that all in, set it up. We're gonna skip the setup and everything. She'd have to be filming, okay? We'd have to have a script of that film time.
I feel like you don't understand how long it takes to set up. It doesn't take that long for someone.
For you.
Girl, for a live streamer, they just had the lights on their tripod. It's not that hard.
Sometimes they have a ring light. Sometimes they have the big boom lights.
Nowadays, mama, they just have the ring lights on a tripod or on their phone stem. Phone stem, like a fucking boomer. On their camera.
And also,
I feel like you're like, what if she had a damn the cellular device? Like,
no, it's so easy.
But it's so, and I feel like that's why they should have probably had someone younger in the writing room because it is easier to live stream now, especially if this movie is in 2021. Like, live streaming really went up in 2020 to where everything is just more convenient.
I would still hate it.
Okay, it's not like we like this movie that much,
Yeah,
Sunny.
but I would hate it worse. Like, right now, out of 10, it's like a 6. I would put it at a 3.
A 6? Bitch, you gave the thing like a 4.
I didn't like the ending.
Oh my god. So I feel like you're purposely, like, defending something stupid about this movie.
No, I feel like you just like to argue and don't let me have a point.
You literally said I would rather have basically nothing in the movie than something.
I'd rather have how it is now than have to add her doing any type of live or any type of video at that house.
So what would you do to fill out the time of the movie?
Leave it just there. I think if you add that shit, it would make it worse.
There's literally nothing in the movie though, Sunny. You could
it was.
If you went to go take a massive shit for 45 minutes, you could come back and be like, "Oh, she's still on the computer." I watched what's that movie? Unfriended Dark Web, and the whole place takes place on a Skype call, and I was more enthused by that. She was in a whole I feel like she went in, like, this house looks huge, right? It looks pretty big. I mean, it's bigger than my fucking place. Yeah. Probably 2 more stories. Than that. Yeah, 2 stories.
Well, the 4 doors I saw.
And I feel like she was only in 2 rooms. The living room and then her room.
No, she was in her mom's room.
But
she
was
in Nicole's room.
But okay, her mom's room that was like, here's a crutch to show that she was sick.
No, there's a whole IV thing. The IV holders.
There was no IV in it,
Yeah.
Though. It was just a stick. Remember, because she used to she was banging it.
She's dead. Why would you leave the IVs on there?
Oh, so but you were just about to say there was an IV in there.
No, I said IV stick.
It was just a wall, though. Like, there was nothing in the rooms, and it was just momentarily, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're going to make a movie a home invasion, like, mama, let's rent out an Airbnb and get, like, a good home. Like, you know that movie Sick?
Good home.
You know, well, like, a good home for filming. Oh, you know the movie Sick? How they had that huge log cabin, right?
Is that what they talk
It's
about?
the one where you would have died in it because you would not have woken up.
Log cabin, okay.
So I've noticed that log cabin is in a lot of different movies. So I was like, oh, they probably like rent that out like as an Airbnb to film in. So I feel like they could have found maybe a larger place to. I don't know. It just felt like.
Very cool.
We got a lot of shots of the staircase, and they made sure to film something in the staircase at the end. And you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there was 3 shots. It was the living room, and then we changed the lighting to make it more exciting, the staircase, and then mainly her bedroom. Now, we did see her go into her mother's room.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Nicole's room.
Because everything was so static in that movie, that was like 90 minutes. I'm just like, I just remember her walking here, then walking over here, because we got the shot of it, and then walking back and forth, and then downstairs.
Okay.
I feel like we could have went outside a lot. We only saw her friend in the pool, and then her friend died. Okay, what happens after that? What's the whole point of this movie?
Okay,
what do her friends do to her? Which is fucked up. Fuck all her friends.
Oh, they were terrible people.
Yeah.
They should have gone to jail for what they did. That was terrible.
Well, they died.
Good.
Sonny, we're going to an ad break.
Are we? You sound very sad.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome back. We're going to be arguing.
And you know what? It might leave you a little shook.
Sometimes I find people redeemable, but in that movie, I'm like, they all deserve to die. Like, they were
Even the
shitty.
sister, Nicole. I mean, she did kill
didn't
animals. Oh, cheat.
But
Clock that.
all her friends.
Because the
deserve.
sequel's coming out. Shook 2. But it should be
Chickening.
T-O-O. It should
The
be T-O-O.
chickening.
The shookening. Shookening, no?
Chickening, no.
So what do her friends do?
So,
They're like been yelling at each other, and people are probably like, fuck this podcast. We're gonna have to edit out so much of us yelling at each other.
it's because you don't listen.
I was listening,
You
but you were just
interrupt me.
defending
No. I try to. We gotta do it back and forth. You can't just be like, no. It's my opinion.
That's my opinion! Bitch, if you don't say this fucking plot of this whole movie, if you don't say it right now, I'm gonna be so mad. Bitch, you keep not saying it. Say it.
Sorry. After that other influencer dies and her dog lives.
The first part of this movie.
That made me laugh. Okay, so she goes to babysit Chico, which is her sister's dog. Nicole. It's her dog at their family home. And she keeps getting these unknown phone calls. Her friends keep wanting her to come over to their house to film because she has a lot of followers, and if not, they're not gonna watch.
Mind you, their lives are boring as hell.
Yeah, they're
like
drinking
flipping quarters and
into cups. Like, it's not a good life.
Yeah.
Like
mind you, I would rather watch eggs hatch on TikTok Live, which I have. I don't know why that's interesting to me. Have you seen like weird lives on like TikTok before?
No.
It'll just be like someone is like chipping away at an egg to make sure they don't break the yolk.
I have seen like Mexican like parties on live where it's just like them going like this with like loud ass music in the
Bitch,
background.
that popcorn, yes. Or that one guy who's like, I need my bullets, big weapons, sir. Do you know that one?
The
NPC guy.
NPC people.
And he's like standing with his ass out, and he's like, thank you for the big weapons, sir. He's like, I need my bullets. Have you seen that one?
No.
He has like a beret on.
Please send me that
He's
one.
like, I need my bullets, and he's like jiggling his big weapons, sir.
We found your career.
I don't think
if he can make money.
I don't think it's going to.
You do it for free. So
I cannot be an NPC. They do that for hours.
Yeah, no, you couldn't entertain yourself
Popcorn,
that far.
yes.
Maybe
Yes.
If you had popcorn for hours, you would be eating it.
You know I do love popcorn.
It's addicted.
I love popcorn.
I've seen this girl smash 2 bags back to back.
No, you have not.
2 bags.
No, you have
Yes,
not.
I have.
When?
Because I bought you 2 bags. You're like, popcorn. And then you opened one, ate it, took a break.
Well,
and then,
you were eating the other one. We both had separate ones.
She still took some of mine.
And you ate some of mine. You made it seem like my big fat greedy ass was over here like
Not greedy, not fat. It's just that you
that's
love
like
it.
like you being
love
like,
it.
oh well, you ate chicken at the Chinese place. You ate all of it, like you weren't there.
I ate most of it.
You did.
I did. I love orange chicken.
Bitch, not you making me. I will eat a whole bag of
No.
popcorn.
That's you putting words in my mouth. All I said is you ate.
You said I
Bitch, you
downed.
did.
Bitch, you said I downed 2 bags.
You ate it
basically
quick.
by myself.
You eat it quick because you love it.
Bitch, you act like you don't eat fast either.
Bitch,
You lying to the
I
queen.
don't. I drink fast.
That
Eat
is
slow.
true. Bitch, give her a milkshake and she will. This bitch loves milk in general.
I love milk.
If you love milk, please leave the podcast.
You my people.
Anyways, what is the plot of this movie?
Sorry.
My God.
She keeps getting unknown calls of people
And
texts of like saying they're kidnapped all their friends. We're gonna kill them. You gotta decide.
Bitch,
quick. Who are you
getting
gonna?
the no notifications on, being like,
And they're like, you gotta save either this dog or this person. which is one of her friends who's a shitty person, but we find that out after.
Most of them are.
And she picked a friend, and then they're like, well, you gotta pick between your sister and Lainey. And Lainey's a bitch. She's always been a bitch. She has a fake accent. We all know it.
Stop that, Roman!
She has a British accent for no reason.
Yeah, because later on she's like, guys, I'm like, that's so serious.
I'm so poor. But she picked Lainey over her sister.
Yeah, she basically said, because we get hints that their mother died from a, what is it called?
Livingston's
disease.
Which affects your moods, personality, and your body.
Mm-hmm.
So,
like, you basically lose your function of your body.
And she was trying to defend herself like, oh, she's gonna die either way.
Yeah, it's hereditary, so Nicole will die anyway, so I'm gonna say, like, that's pretty fucked up.
Wow.
Bitch, even if, like...
Even if a
relative of mine... Yeah, I'm like,
I still be like, I'm picking them, not my friends. And I don't even think they know each other. Some people in the comments will
probably be like, no, I think you done fucked up. No, especially if the friends are, like, not great.
They're bad people.
They were not great people.
Lainey and Santi were, like, flirting with each other.
Oh, but it was fine because he was a Christian.
Catholic. Hard Catholic. He was a virgin.
Girl, them bitches be fucking.
So, Lainey finally calls her and is like, girl, it's a prank. It's a prank. Ha ha ha.
With a fucking fake accent.
And she's like, I saw my sister crying and captive. How'd you do this? It's a video from their mom's funeral of Nicole crying. Hysterically. And she cropped it.
Okay, pretend you're crying. This is how she's doing it. Bitch, she's like... That's why I'm like... To me, it seems outdated how they're... Like, because no one... I feel like influencers, they're at least going to sit their phone down. Yeah. Like, this is very 2011.
Yes.
Like, influencer.
Now they'll just prop it on
Yeah, they'll prop it somewhere. And first of all, landscape... Not in landscape. In portrait. Bitch, everything would have to be in portrait. That's the main thing that bothers me about this movie. It's like, okay, like, it's 2021, not 2012.
You could tell who does editing and who doesn't, because that didn't bother me.
No, I don't know. It just
it seems
so outdated.
You notice it more. You're more with the trends, and I'm just like, she was holding her camera. That's what I do.
Bitch, Sunny's photos be looking like they be taking on a toaster.
While I'm making bread.
I'm screaming. Now, you making a sandwich and propping the camera up here, like someone would probably watch that live stream.
Maybe.
Someone would probably watch this bitch, Mia, cleaning her brushes on a live stream. Like, imagine if there's a scene of her cleaning her brushes and then she comes back and they're all bloodied up or something.
That would have worked better.
Yeah.
I would have liked that. I don't want to see her doing anything, to say the truth. I don't want to see her doing her makeup. Because I'd be like, it's late at night.
You said, I don't want to learn anything.
Dumb. I don't. Not from this movie.
I don't want to learn
Not
anything.
from Mia.
Bitch, you looking up your makeup brushes? Anyways, her friends are fucked up, and her friends are... She's basically like, fuck all you! Because one of them's in the attic.
Yeah. Lainey is in the attic, and she's like, I'm in your attic. And the other two are next door at the vacant home that's for sale.
Squatting.
Well, parkouring, because you want to know what they said? They said we jumped from their balcony to your mom's room balcony.
Insane.
Because they're close enough. Girl, I'm not jumping anywhere.
Why did they have to be there to begin with?
Because they're the ones who have been open door and moving shit. And putting like...
But Lainey was already there.
Yeah, but while she's doing something else, they're doing something else.
I don't have enough energy to do that to a friend.
And the thing is, the day before, they were filming the videos to send her of them being captured.
That, like, you had to... I would do something that's like, oh my god, like, we're gonna pretend like we left and we're really here.
Yeah.
But not something that takes now 2 days to think of.
Yes.
Bitch, they deserve to die.
They did, especially for that last phone call where okay, so for the last phone call, she had to, like, answer 3 questions correctly.
Bitch, basic questions.
The first one was, what song are you supposed to go to the rhythm to for CPR?
And we were like, Staying Alive.
From the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
The second was, what's the fever temperature? Like the official fever temperature.
Yeah, I was like under 100.
I thought it was like 101, but it's 104.
But it's close. Yeah,
100.4. Makes sense. The last question was...
She has to fucking go through papers, Google this shit. Like
in a minute. And I'm like...
Bitch,
a minute passed.
First of all, I was asking the wrong questions. It was like, how do how do you perform CPR was like the questions that she was searching.
Yeah, instead of what song do I play for CPR, would have gave you the answer immediately.
Yeah.
I'm like, this bitch is dumb. But the last question is, what were your mom's final words?
Which, that's how I knew Nicole was the killer. Because, like, I know that she hired her friends to do this because her friends are actually broke. And I was like, well, the only person who would know that is Nicole. So Nicole's definitely behind all this.
And the way she was trying to hide it, well, she said they tried to blame it on the neighbor from in front of their house.
Helen.
Their name is
who we
Helen.
don't see until, like, maybe 20 minutes are left in this movie.
Yeah. And she's like, how would you know this? And he's like, oh, I was there for her dying breath?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, my neighbor has to be here.
Yeah. And this dumb bitch is like, well, I don't know it. And
he's
like, well, your mother was on
a feeding tube, so she could not
breathing
talk.
tube.
Breathing tube.
Yeah.
You're right. Gosh, you know why we put feeding tube? Because they can't swallow.
Yeah, but give it a different way. Like, just give them fluids. So they can get skinny queen. The choices made by Mia, right?
Yeah.
In this movie are just like, the door is right there, you can leave. No, you can't leave because I'll hurt one of your friends. I would have been like, okay. Mind you, her friends have already pissed her off.
Yeah, she already knows this plot to prank her and pranking her. Cut him off. Mm-hmm. Let him die. Don't
bitch,
suck a dick.
Don't get a business. If I had friends that plotted something like that for multiple days, then pretended that they all got murdered, and then we're like, LOL, it's a joke, you're a baby. And then we live streamed it all.
That part. And then bringing in my dead mom.
Yeah.
That's not friends.
First of all, did we not smell that in the air? Dead mother in the closet?
Did you not catch that?
Well, it was in a bag, but...
In a bag, air fresheners all around it.
Oh, I didn't see the air fresheners.
See,
Love
you
got
paid attention.
Bitch, I be taking notes, what you don't?
Well, I know the facts, don't I?
Fags. Basically, her friends die off one by one in not creative ways.
So Lainey was just slit through the throat and thrown off the roof.
We don't see that.
Well,
we see the throat slit, but we just hear
her
something splash, and then they turn her over. Which...
I think she's thrown from the roof.
Could we not get the camera in the attic or something? Like, I just wanted, like, a different shot from...
I feel that they didn't have access to the attic. And it's just her in a room with a towel over her head going...
I know, but, like, it would have given, like, something different than this bitch... Like, she sits on her laptop so much. It's crazy.
And she could have ended it all just by calling the cops.
Or running away.
She had the cops on the phone, and they're like...
We haven't talked about dumb details, like the Alexa, Diane. The Diane, where she's
Diana.
like... Diana or Diane?
It's Diana.
It's one of those.
It's Diana.
But she'll be like, lock all the doors and turn the lights on, like things. I'm like, if the intruder hears that, then obviously they could just open a door and be like, unlock the doors. That's one thing, right? There are moments where some rooms just don't have power, even though we can see the power working in other rooms. Like, visibly, we can see it behind her.
So, Nicole's just in the breaker going, this one
off,
this one off.
Minge, she doesn't use her flashlight, even when, like...
Well, she used it once.
But remember, she's underneath the bed. She's underneath the bed. It's completely dark. Lights are turned off, and she's just, like, looking for the...
She just threw her phone on the floor, and she's like, let me just use my hands.
You're an influencer. You
lighting is everything. It didn't make sense.
We do find out that Nicole is behind everything after we find her dead mother.
In the closet, in a bag. And then she just like pulls the clothes apart, and she's like, there's a laptop on the floor with all these cameras.
Yeah, and her mother is there.
And
then Nicole's like, first of all, love Nicole. Nicole is the saving grace of this movie.
Oh gosh,
if we didn't have Nicole, this movie would have not been
trash.
Bitch, so we've had like things we didn't even talk about the syringes.
Oh
my god. So the killer, quote unquote, the killer, which is Nicole, this is before it's revealed. She gives Mia a time limit, like, hey,
5 minutes.
Well, was it 5 minutes for the needles? It was for the
No,
leg.
it was for like, sorry, it was 1 minute.
It was 1 minute to inject all these
Like 12.
fluids into her body. It was like 12 of them. And instead of injecting it like, I don't know, a normal person.
At like a 45-degree
like
angle
45.
in.
Bitch, she is just going like a pencil right into her veins.
And not like just the tip, like the whole syringe is
whole
going through.
syringe.
And I'm like, it would have poked out the back and it would have hit so many veins
Yeah.
and so many like nerves.
It literally would have went through her arm.
Yes. Because it wasn't like a teeny one, it was like the
It was
big-
a pretty long syringe.
Yeah.
She takes like 4 and just shoves it into
Yeah,
her
like
leg.
3 in
One of
the
them's
other
like
one.
broken as hell.
Yeah, well, that's why she cried, because she couldn't get the last one in because the needle was
Yeah.
broken. She's
Bitch,
like,
I would have just like,
failed.
obviously you're being filmed and this could be seen. Bitch, I would have been hunched over like, yeah, like, bitch, putting it in my jacket or
Or
something.
just emptying it out.
Yeah.
Like, just, yeah, don't put it in, empty
Bitch,
it all out.
Act, mama, act.
You're an influencer. You've been acting your
Well,
whole
I've
career.
seen some influencers act in movies and it is not good.
Oh,
Shout
I
out
was
to
thinking
Machine Gun Kelly, who was in also like a lot of movies.
I was thinking...
He's in Bird Box. Isn't that crazy?
Is he?
Yeah.
That's weird. I was thinking it's Miranda sings in her ukulele, trying to act like she's
Oh,
sorry.
I was like, who is Miranda?
Colleen Ballinger.
Well, she's a little canceled right now. So.
She's very canceled.
Yeah.
Not little. Very.
Here's my apology video. That's crazy. Yeah, just, you did not like the needle scene at all.
I don't, because I know the technique, so... Like
She worked in healthcare.
I work in healthcare. Oh my god, and I'm also diabetic, so I know about needles.
I know the technique, bitch. You're tweaking over there in the corner.
Diabetic and a medical assistant. Sorry.
I'm screaming. I know the technique.
So I know.
How are your? No, okay,
They're very nice,
they're
very
very
nice, very
close.
plump, very
Yeah,
plump.
they're very plump. Bitch, I've seen some people's arms, and I'm like, damn, you got like literally buttholes on your arms. Like that's how much you use. Not to shame anyone, but it's just it looks
also I
scary,
think people who
painful.
plasma, when they like a lot of plasma users,
Mm-hmm.
you know the gauge is really small, so it's a big
Yeah.
needle. Seeing like their plasma holes, and I'm like, cool.
Show us your Buddha hole. That she fails that.
Wait, but this one's for the needle
That's
for,
that's
for her
Santi,
boyfriend,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, after my boyfriend pranked me with my mom, I would not be doing shit for him.
I wouldn't do
I'd
shit.
be like, you can die. I don't care.
There's a lot of, and also I feel like I wish we got to know maybe the other people so that maybe the reasons why she's having to inject herself or do something like this would tie it to their personality traits. Does that make sense?
No, all the
Like,
things,
bitch, like shove makeup brushes in
No.
Lainey's face or something like that. You
all
know what
the
I mean?
things were for Livingston's.
Yeah, I know.
She explained that, so at least they had a purpose.
But I mean for the
victim.
victims. I feel like, bitch, I think it'd be cunty if, you know, the makeup brush cleaner, how it's like a drill, bitch, like, use that on her face. Like, get creative. We put a heel through someone's mouth, right? Like, that's,
Yeah.
like, I feel like we could have went a little bit creative with some of the things.
The syringes were pretty nice.
That was for her, though. Like,
Yeah.
we barely see, like, when we get to Santi, there's makeup polish on the floor. Like,
So
he's bloodied up but suffocated.
that's what we could have. All that blank space.
Yeah.
We could have shortened it and then been more creative with our deaths.
Yeah, or like something.
Yeah, I don't want to
know,
see her.
something to be attached with.
Also, okay.
Not great actor.
Not great actor. See, that's why I think that's why I don't want to see her more. Because I'm like, she was not...
Well, I mean, Santi was not a good actor.
No, he
Most of them
wasn't
were
either.
not good actors.
No.
Also, if I look at my phone, it's mainly because of time. I've noticed that sometimes it looks like I'm looking at stuff, and it's also my notes.
We didn't see a lot of them, so them getting creative with their... I think it'd be
It would have
nice.
added something.
Yeah.
If we're already going to go camp, and the movie's called Shook, and we started off with a death with a heel through the jaw,
yeah.
like,
The
I'm
death should have been
expecting, like, a
nicer.
little something.
But one just had a bag over their head. One
Yeah,
got...
which we don't see.
That we don't see.
We just see it at the aftermath.
Lainey got her thing slit, and then we don't see her get pushed. And then Jade, we don't really know how she died. They don't show.
They don't show. She
her
gets
death.
stabbed a lot. She gets stabbed a lot.
She got stabbed a lot in the leg, but they didn't really like show her end product. Like,
Yeah.
Did she get stabbed until like the countdown was over?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Which at that point it is revealed that Nicole is the killer, and Mia has 5 minutes to break her legs, plural legs, or else her friend dies. Which I'm thinking, no.
That's a straight. No, I'm not breaking my leg for this girl.
She just said prior, you do anything for your friends
friends.
except not for me. And then she continues to exhibit that behavior. She
So
breaks
just
one
proving her
foot.
point, yeah.
We get this staircase scene where she throws her body over, doesn't even break the other leg.
And the sister's like, oh, good on you for participation, but you didn't do it.
No,
so.
bitch, my favorite... No, how she delivers it, she goes, is Jade okay? What? Is Jade okay? No, she's not.
That deadpan.
No,
No, she's not.
No, she's not. Is Jade okay? No.
You saw her get stabbed in the leg. You think she's just gonna stop there? No.
Nicole's delivery is just like chef's kiss.
It's so good.
I loved it. She's my favorite character. I didn't ask that question, but that's your favorite character too, right?
Yes, good. I love that they're just like laying next to each other, and she's just like, "Well, you were a shitty sister. You weren't there for me. My body's shutting down, and you only give a fuck about your friends." And they're just laying next to each other. She got broken foot.
Yeah. She just decides to lay down. My favorite thing, she goes, well, we're going to wrap this up. I got a gun.
And Nicole has a priority straight. Mia does not. She's just like, where'd you get that? Like, girl, she has a
It
gun.
doesn't matter.
Does it matter at this point? You have you have one broken leg.
Well, they'll give her the line. It's like, well, I guess that bat did end up working on your leg. She put her
Put her leg through the banister, and then batted her leg until it shifted, and then just jumped off the stairs.
Bitch, I would have taken my boots a little loose. Like, look, my ankles are broken. Like, you know what you do, like, when you loosen a glove and it looks like... Bitch, I'd be like, look, my ankle. My uncle RuPaul.
Her acting should have been top tier, because she
was screaming. I will give her that. Like,
no,
I could believe.
Like, as an influencer, she should have known how to play the system.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she could have done a lot of things. To say, yeah. Like, these challenges, she could have faked it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we are introduced to... The only thing she faked was the dog killing, which, again, doesn't make... We'll get to that. What's his name? Kellen. He shows up, is really persistent. The sister is like, girl, anyways, shoots him. He don't matter. He really don't.
The words, mind your business and you would have been alive, came to mind so
Literally,
much.
He's like so persistent.
He's like, let me talk to your sister, Mia. And she's like, fuck it.
Yeah, and just shoots him. And so Mia goes into the other room, which her sister gets a notification. Which we also get a screen thing that's like, she's using a voice box changer. I'm like, girl, what are we doing? What are we doing right now?
And how did you perfectly match Kellen's voice?
That's what I was thinking the whole time. That's why I was like, oh, was Kellen calling the whole time? You're like, no, that's the voice box changer. And I was like, then how did they get his voice?
I don't know.
We get a notification on Nicole's phone that's like, Mia's live, and she's literally 5 feet away.
In the kitchen.
That's like, I'm gonna kill Chico.
No, she's like, my sister Nicole killed all my friends, Lainey, and I'm gonna kill Chico now.
And live. Which you would have at least seen because every end live, you get the moments where they're grabbing their phone to the end of live.
Nope, just cut off.
And that's what I don't get. It's like the posts are just like the ends of the live that are like 2 seconds. And they do that for all their posts.
And then she's back on live. Fighting her sister.
Which it shows all these people watching. But from the angle, you wouldn't see anything. You would just see her tackle and get to the floor. And then go and see the other room. So they wouldn't.
Well, if the messages that say, did we just watch someone die? So they don't see anything.
But they hear them struggling.
Yeah, so they just assume.
How the movie is implicating it is that
they saw
because this movie does a lot where they project what's on the screen onto the walls behind the characters. And it's just a bunch of people just like ugly ass views like this close to the fucking camera. It just, like, is a little ridiculous.
It makes me laugh.
But they wouldn't see anything. She eventually leaves. Her Uber driver who called showed up, and she's like, that's not me. And then it's revealed the sister's alive.
Yeah, because she goes over the counter and goes, grabs the gun and turned off the light.
I feel like we could have done something here.
The thing is, I don't get why she told the Uber driver, no, it's not me. I would have been like, yes, get me to a hospital. Call the cops. No, it's not me. I'm on the floor on a walker with this busted leg. What are you going to do afterwards?
Question to you.
You don't have your phone.
My question to you
is,
do we feel the plot is strong? I don't think it connects well.
No.
It could have been a home invasion, like.
I feel like the killing of the dogs was not needed.
Random.
Was not needed. And then, I guess it was to make her feel bad for not taking care of her dog, maybe? Because she did say, I've asked you so many times.
Yeah.
But it took an influencer dying for you to take care of my dog.
But I feel like killing more dogs is a little more extra than just taking care of one dog, which clearly could fend for himself. I mean, he runs away in the end. I feel like
there's so many instances where this movie could have ended with her just either talking to the police, getting in the lift, or just walking away.
She should get in the lift and then close the door on her foot. And then they drive away.
I would have laughed at that.
And then hit the dog.
I feel like she stayed in this house and she made these choices for no reason.
Other than they probably didn't want to film anywhere else.
Everyone died either way. So she kind of made these choices for no
reason.
Like,
her friends still died. You gave me 5 minutes to break my legs. I'm not doing that.
No,
you know what I'm going to do? Walk out that fucking door.
Because now I can't walk afterwards.
Uh-huh.
Or have to hobble. Like, no.
I just feel like we should have taken more the influencer route versus... Like, if I feel like they just used it in the first 5 minutes and then it was, like, not really a plot point. That's, like, my biggest thing. It's like, I want to get what are they doing. Like, Santi, maybe he was, like, a gamer, like a Twitch streamer or something.
They said he's a player on his, so I guess a lot of player content.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Lainey is always rich, so I guess she has rich girl content where she's, like, with cars and everything. I don't think they have many videos up.
That's why I'm like...
And I don't know what Jade did.
I want to see them trying hard. Well, I mean, they just did by doing a full murder thing. Yes. But, like, bitch, for 80 likes...
And not just that, it's only on Lainey's page. So...
I feel like we could have just really built something up here where y'all all have your own thing going on. Like, I feel like literally a Twitch streamer, what's that other girl's name? Don't even remember.
Jade.
Jade. I was like, Gabe? Jade. I don't know, like, bitch, maybe she could be a cook. And, bitch, they throw her ass in, like, the oven and cook her alive. Something like that. You know, like...
Or, like, she's, like, an alcohol content. Because she did do a lot of tequila shots. Plunge
throw
her into...
the quarters or whatever.
Throw her in a cooler or something with a bunch of alcohol around her.
Yeah, like, let's get... We got creative with the first one.
Slit her throat and throw her in a pool?
No, the heel.
Oh, the heel. Okay, the heel. Yes, the heel was good. That was the best death.
Your favorite thing about this movie?
Nicole.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the emptiness that you really enjoyed. That you
No, I said I would prefer. I said I would prefer.
Bitch,
don't put words in my mouth. I said
you know
I
that
would
meme
prefer
where
that.
she's like standing in front of the person, like protecting them? That's you with this movie. But you are
you want to add things that don't even make sense.
But you just agreed to like some of them with their like if they had a personality, like you could, that's how you could fill it up. Is maybe let's get the other characters doing something.
Give a background. Do like.
So we could at least believe that maybe they're not in on it.
Yeah.
Because I kind of got that they were in on it.
But that's what I was saying. Like, if you just added Mia just doing her makeup. Like, there was one part where they're like, oh, she's on the red carpet doing her makeup. If she was the only one doing work, I'd be like, this is just a throw-in.
But that's how, like, if you work out these other characters, so you can actually cut to them doing something. That way.
In that argument, we were only talking about Mia. We were not talking about.
But yeah, what I'm saying.
We're just talking about Mia, and you want to add her makeup into it. We weren't talking about every single character. If they all had a background, then yes, Mia doing her makeup would make sense because she's a makeup channel. But just throwing that in there and then leaving the rest as the same and just taking out the logo.
Oh, I wouldn't leave the same of her walking around in every room.
Not that.
But it's just a walking tutorial. Maybe that's honestly. Maybe if her live streaming was like her walking in other rooms. I feel like someone's probably watching stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Opening doors and closing.
Childhood house tour.
Wait, what?
Childhood house tour.
Yeah, like literally something like that.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed that more than her just doing her makeup.
Like, this is where I lost my
virginity. Cat. Oh.
Sunny, do you think you could survive this movie?
Yes.
Wow, I think that's like the first one you said you could.
Yes, because I would not be in on the prank. And I would leave immediately if I got these messages.
Well, okay, so, like, what if you're trying to leave in there, like, if you leave, so-and-so will die? You'll be like, whatever.
Be like, girl, you're probably going to kill him either way. what am I going to do for your
True
survival?
tea, because, like, in any other movie instance, like...
They're dead either way.
What are they going to do? They're going to just go to prison?
Yeah.
Regardless, so...
They probably would have died. Yes, I'd be very sad, but I'd be like, well, they're probably going to come either way. I don't know who the killer is either way. How am I Scooby-Doo? Am I the mystery gang? How am I going to solve this?
I don't know. If she wasn't dumb as fuck, she probably would realize that her sister was behind on it.
Yes. But also, in that scenario, my logic is always leave, call, let them investigate. I'm not doing police work. I'm not doing detective work.
Girl, you know how many times I ignore my phone? If they said there was a killer in the house, like, girl, I would not have seen that message. Because I lock my doors anyways to everything. So, hello.
Just you ignoring calls, like, oh, I don't know this number.
Because, like, if it's an emergency like that, drastic, I'm sure you'd be calling the police or any emergency services. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Also,
unless it's like, I'm on the side of the highway and I need help. Things like that. Or like, hey, this happened, I need you to come pick me up. Yeah. But if it's drastic, like there is a murderer in my home, what am I gonna do?
Leave and call the cops.
But like, if like let's say you're at work, right? Yeah. And something's going on at work. What the fuck am I gonna do if you call me?
Nothing.
The police are closer to you than I am.
At that point.
I would survive this because, bitch, fuck these hoes. Especially if I had a group of... First of all, if I made it to the point where the group of friends have now admitted that this was a joke and they live streamed it, then I'm leaving. And if someone tells me, if you leave, so-and-so's going to die, I'm going to be like, well, everything that just happened didn't matter, so I'm leaving.
So a prank? This must be a prank. That was my logic then. I'd be like, well, this is a prank. I'm leaving. I don't care anymore.
Bitch, I'm gonna go to Chili's and get myself some big burger bites.
I'm waiting
Big mouth burger
bites
to relax.
Yes.
If I still could eat dairy, I would go to Sonic and get a Sonic Blast, the Reese's Cup one. That one's
and I'd be like, good. Chico's a loss. I don't know where they are.
Okay.
I don't care anymore.
Shout out to Chico.
I'd be like, I don't even care about this dog anymore. I'm leaving.
Work.
Oh,
that was this movie. I mean, my other questions are like, if you could add or change something in this movie, what would it be? Which we already talked about. Details you liked or disliked.
Ooh, I did like her laying next to her, just girl talking.
Mm-hmm. While she has a broken leg. I like that. I think I pretty much like any scene with Nicole. Because when we first see Nicole, like, in the house, like, looking at the camera, I was like, oh, Mama is, like, acting.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she was doing pretty well.
She's doing really
I mean,
well.
when you're compared to everyone else in the movie, I'm like, oh, Mama, she's the anchor. She's fucking Meryl Streep. Okay? And the others are given Sharknado acting.
Yes.
It's just...
Not Sharknado.
My least favorite detail.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the acting, all that. The words being showing up and being projected. I know it was a stylistic choice. She gets licked in her ear at one point. I didn't like that.
It was salty. I'm like, why is your boyfriend whispering in your ear, don't leave the house?
I understood why they were doing that, to convey, like, we see the messages and what they're doing while we still see the character, but it just...
was not good, Mama.
When she's looking through the peephole glass thing and the words form into it, that was insane. That was insane. That was an editing choice, and that was wild.
When that video was just projected behind her, she's like, very good, very nice.
And then her, like, boyfriend's, like, making out with someone, with
Lainey.
Like, it was a very interesting editing. And, I mean, they were there for that, so, yeah. I don't know. That was an interesting way to implicate texting, but I don't know. I didn't really care for that. And also, like, I don't know, have them
also at the
do
end,
something fun on stream.
When this man pulls up, why didn't he see the dead body on her, like, stoop?
I don't know. As an Uber driver, girl, I'm like, whatever. Get in.
Or leave.
Because he was
a while,
in the suburbs. Yeah, he waited for a while.
Wait, he would have heard the gunshot. Because he texted, I'm here.
Yeah, while she was trying to break her leg.
Yeah.
Mind you, someone gets shot right in front of the house.
Kellen.
Wild. Sunny, where can we find you?
You can find me on Official Sunny Daze on Instagram. That's OFFICIALSUNNYDAZE. Also Sunny Daze on Facebook. And you can also find me on Venmo and Cash App at SunnyDaze929.
And I'm Terrah Card, TerrahCard. You can find me on most platforms like Instagram and Twitch, where I sometimes stream me making outfits and stoning shit. And you can find me at some shows sometimes, and hopefully things are going great for 2024. Y'all are having a good time. You can subscribe to this podcast on any of your listening platforms and on Patreon. And we have different tiers, and at the highest tier, you get your name read out on the podcast. So we're going to shout out Ms. Titty City, Fawn X, Caitlin B, Keep, Pobre, Sunny Daze, that's you, Zingcat, Winnie, and Rebecca Carlson. So if you want to support the podcast, you can at as low as $1, $3, or $7. I don't think I have anything else to plug. Be aware of your surroundings when you're live streaming.
Don't give out your address or your location.
If you're going to write a movie about live streaming or anything about social media,
talk to teenagers. Because
they had said something, and I said it during when we were watching it. I was like, they wouldn't say, how'd you know my sister had a dog? Oh, I friended her. No, like, you could just say, how do you know my sister had a dog? I follow her, duh. Like, not I friended her. No one is really saying I friended them anymore.
No.
That's why she only getting 80 likes, is because she's only sharing to her fucking friends.
Girl, I think her follow count was like 108 or something. It wasn't high.
It's just us trying to do the most right now.
And then her friends are like, you have the highest follow count. Like, what do you have? 2, 3?
2, 3,
5?
Bitch, they're high school friends. Alright, well, I'm Terrah Card.
I'm Sunny Daze.
And make sure you
stay
on
the
line.